is certain traditional mantras that work if you work it. Now, my insecurities are doing push-ups in the background, but we're going to go through some basic economic, financial pearls, spiritual pearls that I want to drop in their ear, people my age and under, laugh out loud. Now, first of all, housekeeping. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Laugh out loud. Now that means that if you want to make some capital, and if you got a house cleaning room, point of disclaimer. Dr. King replied, when a man is assaulted in the darkness at knife point, who is at fault? Not only he who branded the knife, but he who created the darkness. So seeing me on this platform, a point of qualification, may not be all that trustworthy, but if you think on this platform, this technology has a conscience, and you think I have a clear conscience and telling you these financial highlights of mine, then you may be, your moral universe won't explode, and the carbon footprint won't explode. And if you do trustworthy, I got a proverbial bridge I want to sell you. Now, the mantra, back to the point, boy, I digress. When the student is ready, when the pupil is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, culturally, you hear that, and that's anonymous from an old wise proverb. Dr. King catalog, circa 1960s. If whatever you find to do in this technology and or otherwise, in the pilgrimage of life, in the eternal faith, eternal principle, clear conscience to make money, the honest way, of course, the work ethics, and do it as if, Dr. King will reply, do it as if the living, the dead, the living, and the yet unborn couldn't do a better job than you. Dr. King further replied, strive for perfection. In circa 19 in Philadelphia, a blueprint to life, that the world will be the path to your door if you can preach a better sermon, build a better proverbial mousetrap, that basically, if a stage or station in life is to be a street sweeper, sweep street like Michelangelo sculpted, sweep street like Leontine Price sang before the Metropolitan Opera, sweep street like Shakespeare wrote poetry. So that if men or angel passed by, they were poor to reply, he who swept the street sweeper who swept his job well. Metaphorically, if life deals you lemons, you make lemonade. Here's people of my gender, of my age group, geriatric and or youngins want to be philanthropists, want to be millionaires, aspiring millionaires, live off of proverbial capital all your life. Somebody gave you some pens. So to apply a practical application of this financial spiritual gem, I sell pens and I live off of capital. Now, there's a cultural mantra that says, I see, replied the blind man. So these fundamental, I see, replied the blind man. So, there it is. Two things, the point of disclaimer, we ignore these fundamentals of economic, you would say, strong arm capital or strong arm hard sell mentality, or sell somewhere in the proverbial Brooklyn Bridge. But to our own peril, we ignore these fundamentals of logic, of moral character, and mantras to our own peril, and that we must accept certain fundamentals even that people will be people. Dr. King replied, we should accept these even when it's inconvenient for us to do so. That people want to be fooled. People want to be sold a lemon. Laugh out loud. Back out loud and still with me. Let the signal in this Android apply to every consequent iPad, Android, computer console, to the circuit breaker, the nearest satellite to every consequent iPad, computer console, and iPad as a point of contact, touch and agree, declare and decree that we will make money while we will make money, and we will do it honestly, morally, with principles and the Christian work ethic, by God. And even Christ, the itinerary Galilean preacher, when the crowd replied, "What shall we eat? What shall we wear?" He didn't nickel and dime them. He replied, "Look to the fowls of the air. They have these storehouses of barn, yet God feeds them. Look at the lilies of the field. These are torn or spin. Yet Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed as one of these. Ye cannot increase thereto nor diminish aught or increase your stature through the concept of, or add or diminish from the span of your life through the concept of fretting, metaphorically. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added." If we strive, one day and listen, metaphorically, be the Michelangelo. Be the Michelangelo of philanthropists. Be the Michelangelo of used car salesmen. Be the Leontine priest of car salesmen. So that if men strive for perfection, if men are angel paths, Paul to reply. Here's what the street. Here was a great financial coach. So metaphorically, strive for perfection. If you want to be a next philanthropist or a techno genius, be the next Edison. Be the next Pasteur. Be the next core celebrity. Let somebody brag on you. Let your mother and your father don't feel cheated. And young, older people, get out. Let us yield to the younger generation. Now, the moral universe won't explode if you scroll away from me right now. Laugh out loud. Back to, listen, you probably don't care two rat's tails about this guy that's before you. But don't pitch a fit. I'm here for trying to make your day and pull a smile on your grill. That's what life is all about. God replied, the scripture is cataloged. With God all things shall be possible. He further replied, Dr. King replied, God is not some Aristotelian unmoved mover. God is not a self-absorbed deity, but constantly works through men and women to establish his kingdom upon earth. So listen, whether your trails take you to a flight deck of a hospital behind this advice, or into bankruptcy, or maybe take you all the way to the richest mansion on Beverly Hills, on God's green earth, that's, remember that you don't have to settle for less. I'll bail out. I'll see you on the other side. Full